All right, guys, so it is a sad day. It is a sad day in the world of a fisherman. Boats got to come out of the water. There's a pretty big storm coming tomorrow into Wednesday. I usually take the boat out this time of the year just because trade show season's about to start, and there's not enough viable fishing going on in the area for me to have to want to mess with my boat. Catch the weather exactly perfect when I'm still in town from a trade show. So I'm just gonna, like every year, I'm gonna take it out of the water, wrap it all up, and then we'll pull it back out end of March when those first flounders show up. But in the meantime, I'm gonna show you guys how I get the boat out of the water by myself. It's a 24 or so foot Carolina skiff. Got a trailer over there at PT's Marine and just outside of Ocean Pines, Berlin, Maryland. So I'll hook the trailer up, get the trailer out of PT's place, come over here to the Ocean Pines Yacht Club, right around the corner from my boat. The only bummer will be I have to walk over to get the boat. Look at this. It's a recurring theme today. It's a sad day for a couple of us, but I'm gonna walk over there, get the boat, show you guys how I get it on the trailer by myself, and then we'll pack this thing up and put it away for the winter. All right, so I got the trailer from PT's, rode it over there, got it parked at the Ocean Pines Yacht Club boat ramp right next to the pool. Really convenient spot for me. And then, like I say, the only bummer is that I gotta walk to get the boat. So if you've got, you're making plans to do this by yourself, make sure you've got a ride from where you have to park the trailer and the truck to where you've actually got to go get the boat. So that's the only drawback for me today, is I had to park the truck and trailer, and now I got to walk over here to the boat. But I need the exercise anyway, so whatever. All right, so it only took a couple minutes. No big deal, right? Quick announcement as I walk by the Pines Point Provisions and Seafood Company here at the Pines Point Marina. They're under new ownership. So starting in spring of 2024, Pines Point Provisions will be under new ownership. They carry our deadly tackle stuff in here. They have. I would expect they probably would want to moving forward if they're going to have tackle. But we'll see what they say. But under new ownership starting spring 2024, the sale's already gone through. Sounds like some folks that have been in the Ocean City fishing community for a little bit, so looking forward to see what they bring in 2024. And this bad boy is almost empty. There she is. I don't want to take you out, but I have to. Ah, there she is, man. There she is in all her glory. The 20 whatever Carolina skiff, deadly tackle rigged up on this side. This boat was good to us this summer. Not too many problems except for the steering busting. But PT took care of us quick. Trolling motor ready to roll. Got the new T-top canvas up there from Real Swell Canvas. They hooked it up real nice up there. Loving that. Got the seats cleaned up. And then take a quick look, man. This aqua traction held up really nice. So there's our flounder. Still looks really nice. Had some rain the other day, so she's still pumping out some water. Got the Fishing OC logo on it. This stuff is really precise, man. When they come out here and do the measurements for it, you end up with around the hatches, around the legs. If you've got stanchion legs or tower legs or anything like that, this aqua traction stuff wraps right around it. It's very precise. I've had zero problems with this stuff. And it changes the boat, man. 100% changes the boat. Definitely adds value to your rig. So if you're interested in the aqua traction stuff and you live in the mid-Atlantic, give Rob York a call. Rob York with Aqua Traction Mid-Atlantic. I'll put his phone number up here so you can get in touch with him. But awesome stuff on the Aqua Traction. Unfortunately, it's got to go away for a couple months. I'm sad. All right, that's the last time I lowered the engine for a couple of months. So everything's coming with me right now. I'm gonna get the hose, take all these dock lines off the dock, put them all on the boat, tidy everything up a little bit, and then I'll get this thing over to the ramp, get her out. All right, all untied. Slip is empty. Make sure you do that, guys. If you run a slip like we do, make sure you keep it nice and tidy, just in case you're not the guy that gets it next season. All right, we're definitely wanting this slip again next season, but if I don't get it, I want to leave it like I found it. So there we go. Now onto the ramp. If you have a boat anywhere in the north part of the bay, Ocean Pines especially, really convenient ramp at the Ocean Pines Yacht Club. It's free. There's pretty good parking there for trucks and trailers, and then for me it's a no-brainer. It's literally 6 miles an hour zone, 5-minute ride around the corner. But I do want to mention, I'm bummed more than ever this year because there's still plenty of rockfish up here at Route 90, man. Guys catching 30 fish a night right now. It's January, so if you're looking at this some other time, January 2024, there's still plenty of rockfish up here at the Route 90 bridge. Some of them are even in that 28 to 31 inch keeper range, so boat's still in the water, man. Give it a shot. All right, so my angle of attack doing this by myself is going to be to dock the boat on the side opposite the wind. So the wind's right now blowing from kind of the northwest, so I'm going to dock the boat over here on this side on the south, let the wind push me over into it, make it nice and easy. I've got a line ready up here on the port bow. I've got a line ready here on the port stern, so I'll tie those up, put the boat there, make sure it's nice and secure, and then I'll go get the truck and trailer, show you how we take care of that. All right, boat is secure here at the ramp. Got her tied up nice and tight. All right, that way I can take the couple of minutes I need to walk up here, get the truck and trailer, back it in. And here's the important part for me when I do this by myself. I don't want to get soaking wet. Some guys will, wear knee-high boots and that sort of thing, because my boat, if I don't get it far enough up on the trailer and I don't put it far enough up in the ramp, the truck and trailer, then I've got space where, how do I get out of the boat unless I'm really close to the dock? I've seen people jump off of the boat before, land on the dock and fall, and all kinds of crazy stuff like that. So my object is to back the truck and trailer in just far enough where when I get out of the boat, I'm stepping on dry land behind the truck. So in order to do that, what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to use the thrust of the engine to push the boat far enough up on the trailer. Show you how I do it. All right, there we go. Boat tied up over here, trailer backed into where I'm pretty sure that it's going to be able to come sliding up here nice and easy. Little engine thrust, push it right up here. I've also lowered my tailgate, so when I get to the front of the boat, I can step down on the tailgate, step on the dry land, not bust my butt on the slippery stuff because it's low tide, and everything is all good. Here we go. All right, line her up. Let her go. Bingo. All right, that was uneventful. One of the easier times it's actually happened for me ever. And I'm trying to film this for you guys and got a drone flying, so I'm proud of myself. Here we go. Step right off, tailgate trailer. Boom. Whammo. Now, even though I've gotten this pretty much to the bumper here, I'm still gonna crank it as tight as I can with the strap because it's still floating back in the back end. So I want to make sure I take as much pressure off of that as I can and put it up here because it's bound to slide a little once I get it on dry land. So I'm gonna crank this as tight as I can get it. Chain reaches. All right, so the chain reaches no problem. That should be good to go, man. Make sure you get strapped up too. I've got these tension straps here, just like your strap up at the front of the trailer, but make sure you put these on too. You don't be riding down the road and have something go wrong. So one hook on the trailer, underneath the boat. Got a U-bolt here on the back of my boat, upside down. Make sure it's right side up. Put the hook on. Basically just pull it tight, and then this will tension it up. Bam, ready to go. All right, boat is strapped up, ready to ride down the road, nice and secure in the front. I'm gonna run by the house just for a quick second, maybe give it a quick power wash off on the bottom. I usually do my power washing in the spring, but I don't want it to sit there with all this muck on it all winter long. So I'll take everything out of it that I don't want to have in it over the winter. Trolling motor will come off and go in the garage, take some of the stuff out of the boat, but most of it's gonna be pretty safe over there, PTs. I'm gonna cover this bad boy up and then she's asleep for the winter. All right, boat's over here at the house. Quick little power wash, let her dry off. I'm gonna be putting this canvas cover on here from Empire Covers. Really looking forward to see how it looks on here, but I don't want to do any of that with this boat wet. If the aqua traction's wet, or if any of the cushions are wet and you trap that wetness in there with this canvas, it's bound to get mold. There's going to be some mold anyway, probably regardless, but I don't want to exacerbate it by doing something like that. So I'm gonna get this trolling motor off, dry her up, and then it's cover time. Time for the Minn Kota trolling motor to come off, and sometimes these brackets can be a little sticky, right? It's been on there pretty much all season, and sometimes, you know, just grime and salt and everything, even though this is stainless, this thing will get stuck. So basically it's as simple as you pull your pin, pull that pin out of there, and if you need a little help, just get a pry bar and gently put it against the base of the unit and then against the bracket, and then just give a little pry. There it goes. And once it gets going, you should be able to get it all far enough where that you can work the rest of it with your hand. But you can see it's kind of grimy, even a little bit of rusty water on there. I'll get that all cleaned up. But once I get this bracket off, here, I'm trying to do this one-handed. There we go. Once I get that bracket off, then the trolling motor will slide right out of this base and go in the garage, get cleaned up for the winter. There it is, simple as that. There's the block. This is what's mounted to the boat. You can see that's drilled through with bolts here, and then bolts also on the inside. But there's your mounting block, and then the trolling motor base is right here. This sits over top of the block, basically nestles over top of it like this, and then you put that bracket back on here. So you got 3 bars going through, 1, 2 on either side, 1 in the middle, and then you put your pin on here to lock it back in place. But get this thing cleaned up, get the bar cleaned up, get this thing covered up, and then put away for the winter. All right, man, I am back. So check it out. I got this Empire cover on here, and I gotta be honest, it's not made for my boat, but it looks pretty good on my boat. I think, I'm gonna double check, I'll put it down here, but I think this is the 26-foot T-top cover from Empire Covers. And I'm gonna be honest with you, man, it only took me about an hour by myself, which was difficult because I had to get this up over top of the T-top. I had to make sure it was even. Most boats have a V hull, so, or a V in the front. Mine does not. Mine's flat across the front, so I had to use these bungee cords they supplied, bunch it up, and then pull it tight. But I think it's going to be fine. And then they've got these straps to pull it all tight underneath the boat. So pretty slick. I'm going to give it the old push test. So if I push on it and it springs back pretty good, that means that if the wind blows on it in one of these big storms, it's more than likely going to repel the wind and the water, so we don't have any big pools in here, right? I want this to be able to either run directly off of the cover or bounce back and have all the water come off, because if there's a low spot, it'll pool, bad things can happen. So I gotta be honest, man, this thing looks pretty good. It's yeah, I don't think any water's gonna get stuck on there at all. I'm gonna check it in a couple days. I told you earlier today, we got a big storm coming tomorrow into Wednesday, and it doesn't look good. It looks like 30 to 50 mile an hour winds are possible, pretty heavy amount of rain. So I'm gonna go over there and check it while that's going on, and then I'll check it again afterwards. But I think this is good, man. Boy, I've got this bunched up in the front and bungeed down to the trailer. I got all my, pardon the pun, loose ends tied up. If this works out, I'll probably cut these shorter, because I'm not going to need all that extra strap. So I'll cut them to the length that'll fit for the boat, since it's going to be the same pretty much every year. But there you go, man. Empire covers. And now this way, if I feel like going fishing sometime this winter, I'll take this bad boy off. And now that I know how to do it, it'll probably take me way less time. That looks awesome. Well, there she is, man. It's a sad, sad day. Sad day, but it is what it is, man. Trade show season is upon us. I got like less than 2 weeks, and it's the Timonium Boat Show in Timonium, Maryland. Sorry, Chesapeake Bay Boat Show in Timonium, Maryland. I'm gonna have the whole spread there. Back to Blue clothes, deadly tackle rigs, deadly tackle rods should even be there earlier than we expected, but the boat won't. The boat's put away, man. But that Empire cover looks really great. I think it's going to be just fine. I'll come back here and check on it tomorrow. Truck needs a wash, but I'll come back here and check on this bad boy tomorrow, make sure there's no wind, you know, anything loose from the wind, see if the rain's pooling anywhere, which I don't think it will. Tighten some stuff up, but it looks great. Now it is in the trusting hands of my man PT Marine. He is making marine services great again. Thanks very much, Paul. Appreciate you. Thank you guys too. If you haven't done it already, hit that subscribe button. Got any questions or anything like that, drop them below. Give us a thumbs up if you like the vid. First time with this cover, gonna give it 2 thumbs up so far. And that's how I take the boat out of the water when I gotta do it by myself. Lennox, out.
Love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble.